I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving. And I thought we'd just have a little catch up really. I didn't do a video last week. You may have seen my message on the community part of my channel where I explained that my dad had gone to hospital. He's still in hospital. It's been at this point, I think he went in on Saturday morning. It's now Tuesday morning, so he's been in a few days. It doesn't look like he's going to be coming out anytime soon, which is a bit disappointing because we did think yesterday that they were going to transfer him to a small community hospital near to where they live, and he could have some rehab and some physical therapy just to get him on his feet again. And then they discovered a virus, not a virus, he's got some sort of infection that he's carrying, which doesn't seem to be doing any problems to him, but could be a problem for other people. Sometimes it just lives in the body, apparently. You get it and it might not show any symptoms for you, but it's meant he's had to go into a room by himself. We can still visit though, so that's one good thing. So I've really done no filming since that happened because I've literally been at the hospital every single day because I'm the person that lives closest. So I wanted just to be with him because he's quite deaf and I didn't want him to get overlooked. You know what it's like in A&E, really, really busy. The staff were absolutely flipping brilliant, I have to say. All of the staff have been brilliant, but they're so busy. You can't believe what's expected of them. It's absolutely crazy. And, you know, I was having to literally help him myself to kind of get on and off the commode and things like that because he would have been waiting for ages otherwise. And there were other people in there. I had to go and get the lady opposite sandwich because nobody had been round at all. She'd missed the breakfast thing and nobody had been around to see if she needed anything. She'd had a cup of tea at like 6 or 7 a.m. and hadn't had anything since, and it was like midday. So it's things like that. It wasn't because the staff weren't good, it's just because, you know, you can only do one thing at a time. You really don't get time to do those kind of things. It's a sad fact really the way the NHS is going, but generally speaking they've been really, really good. But we're really sad because it means that we can't have the family party. We're planning on Friday for Dad's birthday. He's 92 on Sunday rather, Friday. I'm a bit addled, as you can tell. On Sunday we had a big party. We were going to go to a restaurant. We were all going to go with him for Father's Day and for his birthday, his 92nd birthday. We've had to cancel that. It looks as though he's going to be in hospital. So we may have a little small gathering of just some of the relatives that were heading this way anyway here. They haven't seen the house, all of them yet. So he's all right, I think. You know, he's 92. So fingers crossed he's going to be okay. But it's a bit of a worrying time. So I'm not sure how much filming I'm going to get done this week either. What I thought I would do is just kind of look through and think, what did I film before all this started? Can I pull together a bit of a vlog? So I have. It may seem maybe a little bit disjointed. Hopefully it won't, and it'll be a bit interesting so you can see what we've been doing, because really what we've been focusing on is just trying to get the house a little bit the way we want it. We've been here for 7 months now. I can't believe we've been here for 7 months. It's gone so quickly, but we haven't done very much in the way of DIY or made any changes and until this last couple of weeks. So I'll show you. I did show you in my previous video, 2 videos ago it was actually, that I started painting this pink dresser. I didn't show you it finished because I ran out of paint. So it is finished now. So I'll give you a bit of an update on what I've done as far as painting goes, which isn't very much, and some other stuff we've had done to the house. And also just bits and pieces really. As I say, it might be a bit disjointed, just some bits and pieces of things I've done as I've gone along that are kind of frugal, that save money. As ever, I'm just really always about trying to get the best value for any money that I spend and, you know, not wasting money and trying to be as frugal as possible and as thrifty as possible. So I'll show you what I've been up to anyway. So while I'm waiting for my next lot of paint to arrive to finish that dresser, I've undercoated the first shelf that I'm going to be painting. I'm painting it green actually because I haven't emptied it. I don't think I'm going to do the inside. If I did do the inside I would probably just cover it with some Fablon or something. So yeah, I'm about to paint it green, but I thought I'd do an undercoat first. So let's get on with that. So it's not as green as I was anticipating. I thought it was going to be greener than this. I mean, it's green, but it's just kind of a bit of a bluey tinge to it. It's quite pale. You like it though, don't you? This one?
Yeah, it's alright. I think I preferred the other one that was greener, that you painted over.
Well, we had before.
Yeah. I was going for
bit more of me.
zoom in to show the green.
Trying to keep it quite thin. It's all a bit chaotic today. I'm still mid-paint. I'm painting one of the shelf units. I've done green. I undercoated it yesterday and painting it green today. I've got a real headache. I don't know if it's because I didn't sleep very well or it's quite hot or there's quite high pollen. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've been doing that. And then Justin was watching a bit of the Chelsea Flower Show and looking at his phone idly. And on the Facebook group for our local area, somebody had posted a load of free stuff outside their house and it was literally down the road. So he just got in the car and legged it down there because there was this beautiful mirror. So I said, oh, please try and get the mirror. I didn't think we're never lucky. Everyone always gets there first, really. So if it's put on the Facebook group anyway, but he just happened to see it first. And he went down there and he got not only that, but some other stuff. This beautiful mirror, which is a really big garden mirror, and some like metallic ornaments, like animals and birds, and a few plants as well. So that was really good. Here's the mirror in position. Quite pleased with that. We got these little pots as well. Haven't put anything in those yet. And what else? These funny little ornaments. A little frog. We already had the chickens. Oh, this peacock. He's rather splendid, isn't he? And a couple of sad looking pots of herbs. This is not a real tortoise. Need to do some weeding. So he's quite pleased with himself. He's gone to take Archie out now, so it's a bit peace and quiet, and I'm going to try and tidy up as much as I can. I can't put anything away because the dressers, my pink dresser is mid-paint. I'm waiting for the other paint to arrive, and that should be tomorrow. So hopefully, it's bank holiday, so it might not. And then I need to wait for the green to dry. So I'll show you the first coat of green anyway. So as you can see, it's quite patchy because it's only had, well, I did a coat of white to undercoat because I just used too much of the pink on the dresser. And I didn't want to make that mistake twice, so I just used a white water-based paint that we had, nothing special, just so that it was an undercoat. And I've painted it the first shade of the green, which well, it looked kind of bluey grey, and actually in this light it still has a slightly bluey tinge to it, doesn't it? But I think once it's got a second coat on it, it will be a lot better. So done that, but it does mean that there's this is going on, which is like a big mess. So there's only so much tidying up I can do. So I'm going to make dinner anyway now, and I managed to get almost the whole of our Sunday sort of roast. Reduced price in the Co-op this morning. We hardly had anything in because I've been trying not to go shopping for 2 weeks, and we were really short of fresh stuff. So I'll show you what we got anyway. So I picked up these chicken drumsticks reduced from $2.79 to $1.87. So I'll cook all of those and we'll have those as the roasted as the meaty part. I've got some potatoes, but I picked up 2 of these because they were 10p and they're absolutely fine, these swede. There's really, I mean, I guess they're a little brown underneath, but that can easily be cut off. So I got one for us and one for Justin's mum because she likes swede. So I'll mash up one of those tonight. And the cauliflower as well. I mean, it looks sad on the outside. It's not a very big cauliflower, but it's perfectly nice on the inside. That was reduced from £1.25 to 71p. I picked up 2 lots of very small bags of sprouts. They would have been £1.49. There's no way I would have paid £1.49 for about, I don't know, 10 sprouts. But I'll happily pay 22p, so I've got those. So we have some of those, with the cauliflower and the Swede mashed. We had this for our lunch today. We had half of it anyway. So it's just chopped iceberg lettuce, and I have tomatoes already, so I made a dressing, and we had that with some reduced price, like steak bake type things, which I wouldn't normally eat because I'm trying to eat gluten-free mainly, but I'm trying also to clean out the freezer, and I needed to get some things out of the freezer. So we defrosted them this morning. We had one of those each baked in the oven with just a big salad. So for our lunch, and that was really nice. So I'm about to start making us a roast with all of these. I got the mushrooms as well. I forgot to mention those. They were 95 pence. They're local mushrooms, reduced from 155. So they're absolutely perfect, aren't they? There's nothing wrong with those. So won't eat those today. Probably have those in the week. So it's Sunday today. I was planning to go shopping on Tuesday morning, but actually, as I've managed to get some fresh stuff, I might see if I can keep going until Thursday. Justin actually popped out and got some milk yesterday, and that was the other thing that we were short of. We don't have a lot of cheese, but I think we've probably got enough. So that's quite good. It might extend us so that we've actually been 16 or 17 days without shopping. And I find the less I go into supermarkets, the less I'm tempted by anything else. So obviously I'm buying less food generally, but I'm using what we've got. But then I'm not tempted to buy things that actually I wasn't intending to buy and then weren't on my list or in my meal plan. So it's a good way of saving money. I can't remember if I did a before of this shelving unit. I think I did, it was just on the edge. Yeah, this is done. I've done this in the sage green, and I think it's come up really well. I don't even think it's going to need a third coat. I think it was a good job I did the undercoat on this one. Whereas this one, because it had that dark green underneath it, has had 3 coats and is probably going to need a 4th. So I'm waiting I've got to give it another couple of hours before I can do that. This is my next project, is going to be the sage green as well. This very old tatty shelf unit. I think it was in Justin's mum's garage, this one. So it's a little bit rough and ready, but I think it will look fine once it's painted. So we will see. That's the before anyway. So I have been looking at pink kettles online, and they're really quite expensive. And we've got this old kettle that somebody gave us. So it cost us nothing. We were thinking of getting a new one anyway. So I'm figuring what have I got to lose really if I paint it pink and it goes wrong? I've seen somebody else paint one on the Friend Chic Facebook group, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm just going to give it a light sanding, really scrub it because it's quite sort of grubby, and then just have a go at doing the bits that are rose pink. I don't know how steady my hand is, so this could be interesting, but I'm going to have a go. Let's have a go. Okay, this may be a step too far. It's still not perfect, and my painting is not perfect, but it looks all right. You can see the dresser behind. It looks okay. It needs another coat. So it's had 3 coats. It needs 4 coats. And as long as it's still working, if it doesn't wear well or I don't like it, then I'll go back to plan A, which was to just buy a pink kettle. So see how we go. So here they are finished, just the 2. Haven't started this one yet. I'm just about to do some yoga. Got my mat there waiting, and I also painted this little old wicker set of drawers behind the Windsor armchair, which keeps the dog biscuits in. So yeah, pretty pleased with how they look so far, but still got quite a lot to do. So as well as frugally updating my kettle and making it pink, I did an unfrugal thing and bought these really nice tea and coffee canisters. So I'm gradually kind of bringing the pink into the room. I know lots of people don't like pink. People tell me in the comments, but it's my house and I like pink. So that's the most important thing, isn't it? I've still got my green dresser to do, as you can see. Today, the guys have been in to replace windows where the seals had gone. So all the windows are looking nice, but more importantly, to do the front door. So let's show you the front door. So we have a new front door, which is white on the inside and all nice and clean, and green on the other side, so I'll show you that in a moment. A few bargains this week. I just walked past the local church with Archie when I was taking him for his ball time, and they had a little market on, and it was really sunny, and it was coming towards the end of the market, but I still found these cute little either candy dishes or snack dishes, a stack of those for £2, and this nice little vintage glass plate for £1. So that will go on my dresser. And these will be ideal. I've got my book group coming around next week, and they'll be nice for putting snacks and crisps and nuts and things in. So I'm going to give them a wash and then find a place for them to live. I've literally had no sleep. Archie was up pretty much all the night. It's like having a newborn baby with a bad belly. He gets this periodically. The only thing that we can think was that 2 nights ago he managed to eat a little bit of wet cat food at my daughter's before we realised. It's the only thing we can think, and it seems to take a couple of days to get really bad, and he was just up every 2 hours of just going off to sleep, and he was waking up, and then he didn't even let me have a lie in either, so I'm absolutely shattered. Nevertheless, I'm trying to get organised. So I have been eating sugar and drinking alcohol, and my joints are killing me. So if you've seen previous videos, you'll know that I was giving up those things because along with gluten. I haven't been eating too much gluten though, because I thought it probably helped my arthritis and also my thyroid. And then my thyroid seems to have settled right down. The medication's been reduced, and then my motivation to keep going seems to have gone. And now I really feel like I'm paying the price, so I'm getting back to it. So I've been doing some baking. I've made some sugar-free, or almost sugar-free, because they do have a few chocolate chips in them that aren't sugar-free, muffins, which are about to go in the oven. So these I've made loads of times. They're banana muffins, and they are adapted from a recipe from a blog called Castaway Kitchen. And they're adapted because I accidentally left out some melted butter from the recipe once, and I thought it was better, so I don't use that anymore. And also it originally started out with chocolate nuts in it, didn't have any, so I used chocolate chips, and this time I've actually used just a few of these Tesco dark chocolate chips, so they do have sugar in them, but only a few, but maybe about 1/8 of a cup, and the rest of what's in there is mixed dried fruit because it needed using. So they're about to go in the oven, and I'm going to make some other little chocky biscuits as well, so that I've got something to eat that doesn't have sugar in it, doesn't have gluten in it, and just satisfies a sweet tooth if I have one. It's like it's really hard.
No, Superwoman.
That's it.
Oh, was that it? I was just getting Archie in the picture.
You can do that one. So this is the outdoor gym. We're actually thinking you could get a good workout on this. Justin is modelling the side twister.
That's that one.
That's modelled.
Let me show you the rowing.
Do the rowing machine. I just did the rowing machine, nearly killed myself. You have to lift up your body weight. It's also very hot.
Okay. Cool.
It's harder than it looks, and it throws you forward. Yeah, Justin looks a little bit more elegant than I did when I was doing it, because I'm puny.
I feel like you want to be moving up the park somewhere.
Let's see what Archie thinks of this. He's going, oh, I'm sure it's ball time. It was ball time.
Next one.
What's he going to model?
This one.
Go on then, cross trainer. You can actually do a workout here though, if it wasn't so warm. It's too hot today.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's a cross trainer, but much easier than the one in the gym because it's got no weights on it.
Doesn't quite travel far enough though.
I think that's quite good. I could do that for 10 minutes. I'd probably die. Oh, this seems to be a pointless thing, this one.
Submarine, when you dive.
Yeah, this seems to be completely pointless. That just makes a noise. Don't do that one. Try this seated bike.
This one?
Yep.
I don't think I can do with this bag on.
Yeah, you can, because you haven't got to lean right back. You need really long legs to sit on that one. Yeah, we decided we needed to bring the WD-40 if we're going to do this one, because it's very, very noisy.
Yes.
Very good, Justin. There's one more you haven't done, and that's that one over there.
Which one? I was avoiding that one.
Well, if I can do that, you can do that.
I think you've got to have no bag on it.
Take your bag off then.
Ready? How do you do it?
You put your hands, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then push it forward.
Oh, forward.
Oh yeah, that's what you're doing.
Around.
Yeah, you can do either. And it lifts you up. I'm just very unimpressed by that.
Oh, yeah. It's going to steal my bag.
So we've got to come over here every morning and get our workout done.
What's the other one do then?
For free. The other one pulls it down. Honestly, there's never anyone on these, so we could use these. Oh, poor Archie, getting very hot, aren't you? I think we need to take you back through the woods. Very good. Well modelled, Justin.
That's it.
Very good. Woohoo! It's that time again. I can't put off doing my roots anymore, so I got some of this Clairol Nice and Easy. This is slightly, I think it might be a shade lighter than I normally get. I normally get medium ash blonde, but I suppose it'll matter. And yeah, just mix up half the packet. Oh, fabulous photography skills as usual. Mixed up half the packet, and I'm just going to start. And I have a feeling that as I begin, my neighbour's going to call, because I just bumped into her when I was walking the dog, and she said, "Oh, I'll pop in later, get some bits." So be halfway through doing this. Let's get on with it. So I managed to get my roots done before my neighbour came round, which was good. And as you can see, it's a bit of a mixed bag, you know. There's no kind of thread running through this at all. It's just bits that I filmed over the last kind of week or so. And I thought I'd pull it together because, you know, a video is probably better than no video for the second week running. By the time you see this, it will actually be Father's Day. But at the moment, it's just Tuesday. So hopefully next week, things will have resolved, will have settled a bit with my dad. I'm really hoping he'll be in the community hospital, getting his reablement so he can get ready to go home again. Really, really hope so, fingers crossed. I am worried about him though, because, you know, as I said, he's 92 and it is a worrying time really. So I'm not going to attempt to do any more DIY until things have settled down. I'm just going to tread water, keep on top of everything. Hopefully I'll get another video next week, we'll see. But if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you know next time I publish something. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.